Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible? Can somebody say it in the comments if I'm audible or not? Hello, am I audible? Okay, let's get started. Hello everyone. Today, our agenda is I will be introducing you about give a small introduction about what FSP is. I will little bit explain about what open source is, and then we'll go about what we are going to build a project the end product that we are going to build in this initiative. And then at the end, I will take a small wireframing session on Figma. So basically, what full stack projects is in we don't have any open source community in our college, right? In the NSEC, we don't have any open source community. So this is an initiative taken by DSC NSEC to bring open source culture in our community. So that's what it is. We are going to build a small product in order to we're going to build a small product in order to create a community of open source members so that each and every member who wants to contribute, they can contribute on our GitHub channel. So basically what open source is any code that people can use freely on available on internet, though they don't have to buy those codes. These are open source. By open source word, it means people they code and they share it on platform like GitHub, GitLab, and other platforms like those, so that other people from anywhere in the world, they can just use that code. There are different kind of licensing, of course. When people are using MIT license, that means that that code which I have written, it should if somebody else is using that code, they should have mentioned me I have created this code originally. I had something to do with this code at some point of time, but now they have built upon it, right? So these open source code is very simple to learn. Anybody can contribute to any open source repos available on GitHub. What are we going to build? Before I answer this question, I would like to say that this FSP event started during in the month of May, I guess. Started back then. It was in quarantine time. We are going in lockdown now. So we have started this. We took around 2 to 3 sessions on Flutter and React, and we will introduce Git and GitHub in that way. So during that time, we took some sessions, and we were about to begin the production, a small production of the app that we are going to build now. I will explain that in a bit. So what happened, because of lockdown, this got shut down, and now we have decided to reboot this event. So previously it was supposed to be for only DSC NSE members who are able to join us in our college. It was an offline session going on. We were doing it in our OS lab of our college. But since we cannot continue it that way, so and we are bringing it online, so we decided to make it open to each and every member of DSC and SEC. It's not limited to only people who are going to come. So that's it. So when we started it back there, we asked people like if they could find any like solution, like problem of which they can formulate a solution through technology. So what happened was many people suggested many things. Few of them suggested about making an online library late file payment system. Some suggested about online library system, like they can renew it from their home. Why come to like college and renew it? Some suggested online fees payment system. Like online fees payment system didn't exist back then. Due to lockdown, college have created a few like things like those. So many people suggested many things. So I suggested why not build a notification app. So that what we are going to build. This app is called Notify. We are building this app because of many reasons. So one of the most problematic things about notification, basically this app is not about notification, it's about notices. So what used to happen is while people send notices, there is like no common medium for it. Like people share in different WhatsApp groups or different Facebook channels, right? Facebook pages are there, so people share it there on their Facebook pages, or they share in their class WhatsApp group. Like this, there is a chain of WhatsApp messages and other, like even if the college have a like a group in Telegram, they are sharing there. So there is like constant spamming of those notification, and there is no common medium, right? Like people share any notice that they get and doesn't go to the concerned people, right? So that's why we wanted to have a common medium, so that only people who have subscribed to those channels, they could only like will get the notices. So first one is like there is no common medium. There are a lot of spam, like WhatsApp spam just spoke about, and there is no notification muting, right? When people send notification in WhatsApp group, after somebody sends a notice, there are found to be confusion among people, right? So they started like asking questions about it. Sometimes they ask question and then they like deviate from the topic. So after that, some people like would get frustrated about, because they wanted a notification or notice notification, they got the notice notification, but it is irrelevant, right? And if they mute the WhatsApp group, what will happen that if there is a future notice or there is an update in the notice, they won't receive it because they are muted it, right? So there was a problem with that. Disappearance are also one of the major issues. Like these are all the points that were discussed in our offline classes. The members who were present that day, they like pointed out these are the flaws in the current system and we should work on it, right? So disappearance is one of those problems. Like suppose we have got a notice back about a month back, right? And we have to do something after a month. So after that, if you are going to get notices in WhatsApp, what will happen? There is going bound to happen like a lot of messages are going to come, and then you have to go back a month to search what was the like required thing you need to do, right? There is no search option currently. I think there is a search option in WhatsApp, but not in all platforms, right? So you have to go to docs, media files, and search, or docs like that. You have to go and search a lot. If there would have been a search bar for that, it would have been simple, right? Storage clutter. Storage clutter is one of the major problem that I face. Like I'm now in third year. I still have notices in my phone that like was sent to me like around when I joined college in first year, right? So those clutter we shouldn't like, we don't need that now in third year. So there should be a system that deletes older notifications or notices that are sent, updated notification. Let's suppose there was an event going to happen, and then they have shared it on multiple platforms. Like they have shared it on Twitter, they have shared it on Facebook, they have shared it on WhatsApp. Now if the timing of the event has to be shifted due to an unknown reason, they have to update it in all Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. Now suppose some people are not active that time, and they don't like they didn't get the notification like about that notice instantaneously. What will happen? They are going to join at the previous and old time, and this will cause a lot of like problem. So in order to like solve that issue, we should like have an updated notification. Like some notice has been changed, all the people concerned with that notice will get a notification that this notice have been changed. Authenticity. Authenticity. There has been like a problem with identifying whether the notice is authentic or not. Suppose there was a problem back when we started this event. We started a calendar. We started like sending notification through a Google calendar, and some of like many people received that notice. And one guy, I don't remember his name, he by mistake changed the timing of the notice. I remember this was happening during the MLCC, not MLCC, machine learning event that Shashwat took, right? Shashwat took an event because he's the like ML ambassador of our college. So he was taking a event like on Google Meet, and some guy changed the timing of that event, and every person who received that updated, they got confused like whether the event is cancelled or will it happen on the same time. Like it caused a lot of confusion, right? So if we have a platform like this, they will get an authentic notification about each and every notice. And irrelevance is also one of the issues. Like suppose when college sends notices on like different WhatsApp group, what they do is like they send it to CR. Sometimes it happens like we get notice about first years. Like the concerned people who are going to like receive that notice is supposed to be first years, but us being third years, we also receive that notice. These are like not called for, right? We don't want notice regarding first year activities. We want notice regarding third year activities or second year activities, depending on your year, right? So these are the few features that people pointed out, and we have planned on building an app on these features. Targeted audience will be any committee of the college, like official committee. Suppose it's Phoenix, it's DSC, NSEC. Since it's open source, other colleges will also be able to use the code base. Like they just have to like shift it to their own college. Suppose if HIT wants to use it, just fork the repo and they will just use it. Any and all the like students concerned will be using it also of that college particular institute. They will receive the notice. Now let's come to product features. So these are the few product features that we have discussed that day. We will be like discussing it more on our Slack channel once people will join. Channels channels resemble the YouTube channel. Like if club wants to have a channel, like DSC channel will be there. Any notices that DSC people want to share among the DSC members, they will use this channel. They will just put a notification notice there, and each and every member who are following DSC NSEC in our app will receive the notification. There will be a members portal. Like if you want to like add people on your channel, you just send a notification invite link, and people will be added. Push notification feature, you will need that because when the notice is updated, people should be like updated. Listing page, creation of notice is important. So this will be done on like web page. We will have an admin panel for that. Notification format. The notification format, this point is very important because sometimes we have different kind of notices, right? Suppose we have to fill a form and we have a deadline for that, or so that is a notice, different kind of notice format. Another could have been like we are going to have to meet third years should have to come and meet or pay the fees on this and that day. That's a different notice format, right? So we will have different notice format for different events. Pins will be similar to those features. Like suppose if you have used Twitter, I know you have used this pinning feature. This will be a feature where you can pin an important notice that you are like concerned about and you don't want to forget about. So whenever you open the app, there will be a section in the app called pins. You just click on that and see all the pin notifications. So that you can be reminded about this is important, you need to do this. Searching will be there. A search bar will be there in the app. People could like search about which notice they're searching. You just add the keywords and tag. They will add tags while like when we're creating a notification, we will be adding separate tags, right? So once they will search that tag or the notice notice name, they will be shown a list of notice so that they can open it and they can find the relevant notice. Categories. Now categories could be like when people are like creating notification format, this is being done like setting on the web page. So in app we need to like search those categories, right? So we'll have a like categories feature there. We will have a reminders. Suppose we got a notice, we want to set a reminder, remind me to fill a form. Like we got a form to be filled and the last date is about a week from now. So I want to be reminded after 6 days if I haven't yet filled a form to fill it. So we can have that feature as well, so that people could be reminded about important notices like filling of forms. Decluttering, like I told you, like I still have in my phone about notices about when I was in first year. So I don't want those now. I have to go and manually delete it. So decluttering would be a feature that will like continuously delete the notices after a month. It will be still there in our cloud so that people could re-download it if they want to. Like they would search and download it again if they want to. But if they don't want it, it will be automatically deleted. We had discussed about comments. Like seriously, we got comments like I told you when people send notices in WhatsApp, some people will like they are bound to have a bit of confusion. Like all notices are not clear. So if they have any questions, they can ask it in the comments. Then people concerned will reply to them so that we have comments. And if they have gotten like apt answer from the people, and if they don't want to receive any more like notification about on this notice, this someone commented about this, so we will have a feature of comment muting as well. So these are the few features that we are going to implement. Is there any question about the app that we're going to build? If you have any suggestions, you can just comment it. We will keep that in mind and we'll think about it, and we'll surely like add more features if you are going to like willing to suggest about it. Uh, just add the comments and we will get back to you. Okay, let's build some wireframes. So I have built a basic demo of wireframe. I'll just show you that. Just a sec. I have built this. This is just a basic skeleton. So people like could use this design and build up on them. So we will be having our like dedicated repository for this on our GitHub, DSC NSEC GitHub. So people could like send PRs after they have like built something on designed on them, right? So what I have created is created 3 frames: channel, pins, and feed. Feed will contain all the notices that the people like. Suppose there are many channels. Like there is a channel for our college, DC NSEC, DC NSEC. There is a administration channel. So any notice that admission wants to send, we will subscribe to that. If we are subscribed to that channel, we will receive that notice. If we subscribe to DSC NSEC, we will receive that notice. If we subscribe to Phoenix, we will receive that notice. So feed will contain all the notices, and channel will be like different channels that are there. There will be like different channels available, like official channels will be always available, and if people want to search more channels, they could just simply just a sec. I'm receiving an urgent call. Hello. Sorry, I received an urgent call. Very sorry for that. What I was telling is we will have them dedicated channels. Like if our college have like their own official channels, like for administration. The teachers will have their own like IT third year or IT fourth year. They will have their dedicated channels for that. So once, am I audible now, right? Hello, am I audible? Can someone comment if I'm audible? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, okay, I'm audible. I'm Shashwat. So we'll have different channels for that. So once people who have subscribed to those channels, they will receive feeds about that. If people want to like pin a notice, they will just right click on that. Like we will have a different like approach for that. People will just able to pin it, and all the pin notifications notices will be shown in this frame right here. We'll have a search bar so that people could search different notice, or they're in the channel, they could search in different channel. And we will have a menu, of course. There will be a menu. So I will just show you how you can create a wireframe just like this on Figma. So don't worry if you're like, don't get intimidated by this. This is just basic, what you can say, basic squares, like just shapes. It's nothing more than it. It's not a real app. So I will show you how I've created this. I'll create a new project first. Let it open. So what we have to do is first we have to select for which device we are creating the wireframe for. So if you are creating it for Android or like iPhone, we have different options for that. If you're creating it for tablet, you have different options for that. There's for desktop, creating a UI for like a watch, there are different options for that. So since we are creating it for an Android phone, I'll just create normal Android. Then we'll require a top app bar because like you have seen here, this thing is called an app bar. So we'll require that. Set it to 360 or to the full width. So we'll be taking the full width. We need to have like proper segmentation of like negative spaces. So for that, I will add a grid of 20 pixel and 10 pixel. So the one grid, I will add one more grid here of 20 pixel. That's it. That's equal to 20% for that. So we can have a proper segmentation. And now we'll need to set the color. Color which I have used here is 12A. So in order to change the color, select this rectangle first. Set the color here. Now we'll require the app name. We'll use the text thing. App name is notify. Set the color of the text to white. Set the text size to I guess 24. It's not that. Okay, let's set it to 20. Now let's add some padding here. We'll keep a negative space of 10 dB. This is 10 pixel. So 10 pixel from up, 10 pixel from left. Once that is done, notify app. The header is done. You will require three. Like in top navigation, we had three, right? Feed, channels, and pins. So for that, we will require three text, three more text. So before I do that, I will just create. Like it's 360, right? So 360 we have to divide it by 3. We get 120 pixel. So I will just create a rectangle of 120 pixel first. Width, 120 pixel width. Once that is done, I'll give it a 60. I'll paste it here. As you can see, this will like this will be a button, right? Now once we have done that, is it 120 pixel? Should be 120. Now we have to set it to transparent because we don't want it to be seen. We'll add a text feed, set the text size, let it be 20, change the color to like white, press Ctrl A and then change the color to. We require one more thing, a small rectangle of 360 pixel to indicate, not 360, sorry, 120 pixel, and about 1 pixel in height, and color should be white. We have that. Sorry. This will be our feed button. And we'll just select all of them and press Ctrl G. This will group them. And this will be feed. Feeds. Let's enter it. Now we'll just create 2 more copies of this and just edit. Ctrl D, Ctrl D. If we press Ctrl D, this will create a duplicate of that. Now just slide it. Shouldn't exceed this one. Slide this again. Should touch the right end of the screen. Once that is done, I will just simply hide this rectangle. This will indicate which tab is being selected and which is not selected. In the name to channels, in this name to pins. Then center it properly. select the channel. Once this is done, I think this is a bit. There's a lot of negative space. Let's fill it first. This is channel. This is pins. All of them. Let's add a shadow to distinguish. To add a shadow, what we have to do is just the shadow option. Let's drop shadow. This will help you to differentiate the app bar with the frame body. So now let's see it without the grids. How does it look? So this is what we have created now. This is the basic structure of the main page. Like this we have created. So now what we'll do is we will add two more things. We'll add a search bar. For that search icon. For that we have to install plugins. So if you don't have this plugin, the plugin which I'm going to use this Iconify plugin. If you don't have it in your Figma, all you have to do is go to plugins, then go to more, and then manage plugins. Page will open. For manage plugins, you can just search there. Go to browse and then search Iconify for it. And since I have it installed, I don't have to install it again. If you can't find it, just search this and you will be able to install it. So I have the Iconify plugin. What I will do is go to plugins, Iconify. I will require two icons here now. One is the menu icon and one will be the search icon for this. Let's take search icon first. Search. This one is the material search icon. I will use this. You can set the color for it. I will require the white color, so I will use this white color. On which page I want it? I want it in Android. And which position do I want it? I want it in the top right. Import icon. We just simply import it. See, it's just imported. Right. Another icon that I want is a menu icon, the hamburger menu. So I will select that menu. This resembles the menu for material icon, so I will use that. Why I'm using material icon is because it will be easier to like code if you're coding. Maybe in Flutter, or if you are using it in Android Studio, you can easily find it from there. That's why I'm using this thing. So icons are seem to be overlapping. Don't worry about that. Just show the grids and we'll select the menu icon. Sorry, search icon first, and I will just simply drag it. You don't need to keep a lot of distance between it. 10 pixel should be enough. You could keep a 10 pixel distance from top as well. So that doesn't look like both of them, and we need a 10 pixel padding from left as well. That would be right. So once we have this, Now what we will do is we will create a search bar. So a search bar will require a frame. So we will require a search bar frame of around, I guess, 30 pixel height and 360 pixel of width. That should cover. It should be around 30, I guess. Let's make it 40 to be on the safe side. This will be search. First, we need a rename this to feed. In the feed page, this is the search bar. I will show you how to implement the search equation. Now we will require a back icon. Back icon, top left, search will be available. Let's create a rectangle here so that we can have a background. Rectangle width will be the same as the frame, 360, and height will be the same as the frame, 40. Oh, sorry, I created inside this. I need to create it outside. Now the back. Okay, sorry, I might have like imported the menu icon again by mistake. Delete. Just set the color to same as the this color. Well, okay. The color code is same. Let's import the icon again once more. Icon is imported. We need to have a grid here as well so that we don't make mistake in. Let's add a grid. Then pixel. Now we will know we will have to keep a 10 pixel distance and 20 10 pixel distance from top and from back. Now we need a text search. Search. Let's set the color to white. Remember always when you're setting the color, press Ctrl to select the entire text and then change the color code. Otherwise, the color will not be changed. To keep a distance of 10 pixels from here. Now I'll show how you can animate this. Right. When we were clicking on this search, our search bar used to come down. So how you can animate that? Let me show you. So click on this, go to prototype, and then interaction. On tap, what it will do, it will open an overlay. It won't navigate to, just open an overlay. Open overlay means it will just come from top, right, on top of this existing channel. If you click navigate to, what it will do is it will open to a next page. We go to a next page. So overlay will do a search thing, right? Where do we want it? We want it at the top center. Close when clicking. So let's play and see what will happen. Let it load. Take a few minutes. Yeah, see. And click on search thing open, right? So there is no differentiation between the search and this. So let's add one small thing. Let's go back to design. We'll add another rectangle. This will act as a differentiator, right? Act as a differentiator. Yes, hide. and width will be same almost. The width will be only 1 pixel. Color of this thing should be white. You should get the bottom of this. Let's make it 2 pixels, very thin. Make it 2 pixels. Now we can see the difference. A search bar is coming. Right. Now we need to group this whole thing as a tab bar. Press select all, press Ctrl plus G. This will group it. Press A, press tab bar. We will require a menu thing. So let's design a menu for this. I think menu should be around 120 pixels. Should be enough. Let's keep the height to be around 250 for now. But we are not sure how many menu items we'll have. Shadow. Let's add a grid also. This. Okay, I did made a mistake. First, you need to put a frame for it. I think they did like that. That was a big mistake. Create a layout grid also. 10 pixel. Make it black. Let's add a text. File. Add another text. Settings. Will require one more grid. 10 pixel. Now, what I think would be best if we maintain a 30 pixel round rectangle for this. A transparent one, of course. Do that. Press 30 pixel and 120 pixel. Make it transparent and blue. See, file. So this will be the menu. So let's design this. When this button is clicked, this should open on tab. To navigate to, it will overlay a frame on the top left, right? On the top left. And when we click outside, it should close. Now let's see. Okay, Okay, I see mine is to the top right by mistake. Okay, check once more. Oh, top right. I should select top right. So it's opening. See, we cannot differentiate it. What we can do is we have to add some effects like outline to this. So in order to do that, select the frame, go to design, add a stroke. Where is the stroke option? Here's the stroke option. Add a stroke of around zero point 0.5 pixel, zero point 0.5 pixel of black color. Black color text code is 00, and set the opacity to 50%. Now what we have, when you open it, you can differentiate. See, when you click on this, it's showing a menu. Now what we can do is, we have created one page. We created one page for feeds and channels. You have to create, for channel and pins, you have to create two more pages. So if we create directly, like if you press Control plus D, this what will happen is this thing won't have any this thing will have the same prototype only, like for search and menu. If you don't want to add these same features, you can just simply delete it. And like if in this case we do want it to have it, so let's click one more. Control plus D. We created three more pages, right? Now what we have to do is change the name to as channels, change the name to as pins, like in channel we have to open this visibility and close this one's visibility so that indication is right. In pins we have to do the same. Set the visibility to close the visibility from feeds. Now here what we can see is we cannot navigate from pins and channels, right? For that what we have to do is select channel, select this box, go to prototype, on tab, you have to navigate or swap it. So swap it with sorry, my mistake. I don't have to do this. This one. The channels of this one should be swapped with channels. Or simply you can just do this. Drag it on tap, you navigate to channels. But we don't want to have a navigate effect. We want to have a swap effect. So swap with instant. So what will happen when you click on channels while you are at the speed page, it will traverse, but it's not traversing back as you can see here. And we need to add it separately for each and everything to have that effect. And when we are on clicking on pins, it should navigate to pins page. So on tab, swap with pins. Similarly, you have to set it for different for feeds. On tab, swap it with swap and pins. Swap it with similarly for this one. Now you can see when we click on different things, we can just simply navigate on different fields. Now I will show you they are actually changing. Just add a demo text. Feeds, Add text in channel as channel. Add a text in pins as well. These are just demo text. I will delete it after the demo. Don't worry. Now, so, and pins. We are on different pages, right? We can open search and set menus. Let's delete this. These are not required. Let's create one more thing and we'll call it as profile. We won't add anything in this, just basic app bar for now. 360-degree app bar size should be 40 pixels. And color is same as the previous colors. We will require a back bar. So I will just simply copy this thing. Control C, because we will require this. Control C. And change the name to as text to as profile. Let's add an effect so that we can have a top shadow. Now what I will do is when profile is being clicked, it will open this. And when back bar is being pressed, it will go back to each page. This is just a demo. So what will happen when we click on profile page will open. When we click back, each page is open back. Right. So that's all for today. I will share these demo with you so that we can build upon it. We'll like share the page where you can like access. So for that, you need to join our Slack channel, right? So in order to join our Slack channel, you just need to go to this link. Go to dscnsec.com/slack. So once you have joined this Slack, all you have to do is just ping us on our Telegram with your username of the Slack, right? Let me show you what I'm talking about. We have a dedicated Slack channel for this event. It's a closed channel, so not everybody will be able to join it. For that purpose, we are like once you have joined the Slack channel of DSC NSEC, this page will open. Let it load. I have a like yeah. This page will open, and we have a dedicated locked stream for that, right? For FS2 projects. So anything that is like we need to notify you about this stream, we will just post it here, and we'll share it on our different channels as well. But this will be dedicated for this. So any discussion, if you want to share more designs and all, you can share it here. We can approve it or not. Then we will have a different GitHub repo there. You can create an issue and send PRs of different design of different pages. We'll discuss that after some time. So once you have joined this Slack channel, just ping us with your username. So suppose my username is like if you want to like just add the rate as Alam is my username. So Anybody can join this Slack, but they won't be able to join this channel. We have to manually add you. So for that, you need to just ping me your username on our Telegram. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And if you want to connect with me, these are my social handles. You can just connect with me. Is there any questions? If there are no questions, please do join the Slack channel. We will be sharing a feedback form for this live stream, and also we will share a prerequisites that would be required for you by you for the next week's live session. So next week, what will happen is Anurag Roy will be like introducing Flutter for you. So there will be an introduction. I will share the prerequisites in the Slack channel itself. So if you are interested in working or contributing to this project, surely join that, and I will share the prerequisites for each and every session. I will share the prerequisite a week before that, so that you can have it installed and all. We will be sharing some resources there as well, like after we introduce Flutter, like or where you can learn more about Flutter. And the next to next we will have a like React session, so we will share the extra resources for React there as well. I would like to share two more links with you. Let me just share the two more links with you. Just typing it. For cheat sheet, just go to this link, tiny.cc cheat sheets hyphen get. That will open a cheat sheet for GitHub that I use mostly for myself. And if you want to learn more about GitHub, there is a link for that as well. Shashwat will like show it in the screen. That is a link. That is a like tutorial done by Anubhav Da last year when he was like introducing Git and GitHub to the members of DSC and NSEC. So if you want to like refresh or recap the commands there, you can use either of those links so that you can like gain back those. So I'm signing off now. Thank you. Have a nice day.